about the recent NSA, and I know you voted against Justin Amash's amendment. I was just wondering if you could explain why you voted against that.
I think it was a good vote. I think it really showed that the Congress is concerned. I am on the Intelligence Committee working very hard to change the rules. I plan to move forward. I thought that sort of, there was no hearing, there was no major discussion in the Congress, but there needs to be more of that, not just cut it right now without having this conversation. That's where I'm going. I'm definitely going to work on that. I voted against the Patriot Act. I voted against a number of the FISA changes. So I want to be part of the solution.
What do you think really needs to be talked about, though, when it is against the Fourth Amendment, what they're doing? What more needs to be discussed before you want to move forward on that?
Well, I think that we want to know whether the FISA court is appropriate. They oversee that. The Supreme Court, the Chief Justice appoints all the people on the FISA court. So I think it has to be a broader conversation, not just about this program. And I think there may be some discussion about how we have some judicial intervention in terms of whether or not someone is targeted. So I think there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered.
Also, with there's so much going on with whistleblowers. The Bradley Manning case is coming to a close soon. What are your feelings on that?
Well, I think Bradley Manning. I think the question is if we're going to have pretty low-level individuals with that kind of access, and that's true of Edward Snowden as well. Is it a surprise? In a way, it's a surprise that there haven't been more leaks that the intelligence community doesn't want to get out. And so I think that, particularly with Manning, that's just low-hanging fruit and in a way that kind of a scapegoat. Snowden, he knowingly, he absolutely broke the law. But to charge him with espionage, which is a capital crime, really? And now the U.S. has had to reassure that he won't be executed. But I think that it was excessive. But the issue with Snowden raises the issue of outside private contractors and the extent to which the intelligence community goes to these outside contractors who don't wear the badge of the United States of America, aren't vetted in the same way as we might. And so, there are legitimate secrets. My feeling about this whole program, by the way, is that we would have been better off to have this discussion up front with the American people. I said that to the head of the NSA, General Alexander, and so that people understood really what were the risks to their private security. I think a lot of people would have opposed it anyway, but rather than have it leak out and look so surreptitious and bad, I think we could have avoided by not having so much classified.
What would you like to see happen with the NSA program?
Well, I think it's best to the extent that we can collect only on those people who are targeted, and have another system rather than. Or there's also the consideration that the government doesn't hold all of the data. We just go to the. Although, how much do we trust the private companies with the data either? It's a tricky question if we want to do this program at all. So I'm happy to be part of that conversation.
I know you were spied on. You even had a government hit squad on you. Can you give us some more details about that?
As far as I know, no, they were just going to incapacitate me totally. I don't think with guns.
Orange was. DU, I can tell you right now, will be the Agent Orange of. It's currently the Agent Orange of our current generation right now, and into the future, 40, 50, 100 years.